Welcome, my brothers. A blessing upon you all. Now, as you know, we are but a day or so away from the most auspicious event in our calendar, April the 20th.
Sanctuary! Sanctuary!
Forgive me, Father. Please go about your business.
Mr. Stannard, you surely cannot deny this. You can spare yourself more pain if you tell us who sent you here.
I told you. I was out fishing. It looked like a storm blowing up, and I made for the nearest land.
This island. So, it was purely fortuitous, hmm?
Yes.
Fortuitous indeed. But for us, not for you, Mr. Stannard.
Open up! Open this door! Open up!
Sound the alarm. Must not leave alive.
You haven't seen my Posy Poof.
I'm widely travelled, but I wouldn't know a Posy Poof if it jumped up and bit me.
Oh, Posy never bites. Never. I was just taking in walkies, and I left the door open for a teeny minute, and it gone.
I see a dog. I'm sorry, I can't help.
If you do see him, you bring him right back.
I will indeed. Posy Poof. Stannard. George?
Oh, you found my Posy Poof. Would you mind picking him up for me? It's my back. Oh, I'm so grateful. Posy is my only company.
Oh, madam, excuse me.
It's so nice when people help each other nowadays. You've made an old woman very happy. Come along, Bertha.
Gambit,
Steed, I want Purdy.
who doesn't?
She's not answering the phone. You live just round the corner.
Okay, where are you?
Stannard's apartment.
I will bring Purdy there post haste. Good morning, Purdy. I'm sorry. Did I wake you up? Duty calls, and you have not been answering.
You were weaned from prep school too early.
Don't look at me like that. I tipped you out of bed, not into it.
Good night, Gambit.
Purdy. I never went to prep school.
I need my beauty sleep.
No, there's a lot of things you do need, but that is not one of them. Definitely not.
Mike Gambit, one of these days.
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
What's it about?
Stannard.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce our most distinguished guest from Germany, Dr. Maybach von Klaus.
Thank you. I should explain that I am von Klaus and this is Albert. But of the two of us, Albert is surely the most important. As no doubt you are aware, it is not unheard of for hibernatory amphibians such as this, the common frog, to remain quite naturally in a state of suspended animation for periods of many years. The common frog. But Albert here is a very uncommon frog, nor is his extremely chilly condition a natural one. Albert is the hub of a scientifically controlled experiment. 10 years ago, I froze him, but hopefully not to death. With resuscitation techniques that I wish to demonstrate to you now, it is my intention to bring Albert back again to the land of the living without pain, and none the worse for his experience.
It was just an informal visit to George Stannard, a final briefing. Then I was clobbered, there was no George, and I was worried. And that's why I sent for you, Purdy. Your special knowledge.
Knowledge of what?
George. Didn't you and he,
Certainly not. George is a gentleman.
What's that got to do with it?
Yes, that's no criterion. If it were, all of us gentlemen would be extinct.
George took me out to dinner a couple of times, that's all.
Final briefing. What for?
The von Klaus lecture, routine security.
Oh, I'll handle it. Any lead on who clobbered you?
A black Mercedes. You can't help then?
Maybe. Aha, you see? Anorak, waders, deep sea lines, all gone. That means he's gone. Fishing.
You know where.
Welcome back to Albert. Already in America, the dead are being placed into cold storage against that day when we can awaken them. People who a few years ago would have been pronounced dead are now being kept alive, artificially, indefinitely. Albert, he points the way to many miracles. A sleep, a living death, if you wish, and then controlled resuscitation and awakening from the dead. We have conquered the moon, but if we are to go to the further planets, then we must find the ways and the means to send astronauts upon journeys that may last 100 years. I think we are but one step away from achieving that. Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, drinks are being served.
Mr. Brown.
It's Brown Fitch, actually. Or Brown-Fitch.
Mike Gambit. I'm with Steed. A question? What is this stuff you're serving, anyway?
Schnapps. In deference to Dr. von Klaus.
It's lousy.
Schnapps is a very versatile drink.
Yes, they used to run their bombers on it during the war. The ones that didn't come back.
Was that your question?
No, the Black Merc. Any idea who it belongs to?
I'm not the car park attendant, you know.
Which is a pity, because he would know. Find out for me, will you? There's a good Brown Fitch.
That is one of the many problems we have yet to solve.
Entschuldigung, Herr Doktor, darf ich bitte mit Ihnen sprechen?
Pardon. Your German is excellent, but forgive me, the accent. I cannot place the district.
Then perhaps we'd better speak in English, Herr Doctor. A most illuminating lecture. However, there are 2 or 3 points I would take issue on.
It's about time your lot got it together. A foul-up. No more than one would expect, of course.
What do you mean?
The black Mercedes. I have checked and traced the owner.
And?
It's one of your lot. Stannard.
Stannard? You mean Stannard is here? George Stannard?
Over there by the window with Dr. von Klaus.
Brown-Fitch. Is the Fitch spelled with a small F or a big one?
A big F.
It suits you.
There's a white car behind us. We're being followed.
There's always a possibility. We agreed? The next, Ben. If you have to die, die bravely.
I'm going to ask you some questions now, and you're going to answer them. You're going to answer them because when you tried to kill me, you threw away the rule book. Understand? Open your mouth. Spit it out. Spit it out.
Yes, I rented Mr. Stannard a boat yesterday. He went straight out.
And stayed out all night?
Ah, he would.
Oh? Why?
Because I told him to.
Why did you tell him to?
Because of the deep sea bass.
The deep sea bass?
Well, you'd know that. Well, you handle that rod. You're a fishing man yourself. Should have said so right away.
The deep sea bass are prolific at this time of year. Early morning, late at night. That's the best time.
There you are. You are a fishing man. It was that silly city rig that foxed me. With their good, strong, supple wrists. How'd you get 'em? Pulling tuna fish?
Or pulling champagne corks. Or steeplechasing. I've been through George's hotel room. Nothing.
You worried about Mr. Stannard?
Not exactly.
I should think not. Knows these waters, he does. And even if he didn't, that boat of mine's a good one. She knows her own way home, and there she is now. I'd know that note anywhere.
Something wrong?
There wasn't a mark on him. Not a scratch.
There was, just here. Can I borrow your lipstick?
Lipstick?
What a pretty shade of pink.
Pink. It's called Sins of Youth.
It's not a color. It's an accusation. Now, let's get a fix. The boat drifted in from the northwest. Now, what's directly northwest of here?
America.
Besides America.
That'd be the Isle of Sandorca.
Sandorca? What happens there?
Oh, used to be fishing mainly, until the war. Since then, the brothers run it. Sort of a retreat.
Brothers?
Brothers of Sandorca, Holy Order. Monks. There are some of them now. They come ashore once in a while to buy provisions and sell their extract. Sandorca fish extract, a sort of preservative.
Fish poisoning?
That's it. Poor old George Stannard died of fish poisoning. But how?
One oyster too many? Or a herring bit him? Do you have to do that?
It's supposed to help Sherlock Holmes. Let's face it, we need help at the moment. George gone, von Klaus disappeared. Dead end.
Very dead. Our German friends have been very cooperative and efficient as usual, but it doesn't help. This was issued to one Oberfuhrer Fritz Gunner in December 1942.
Oh, do we know where he is now?
Missing, presumed dead. Gunner was on Der Adler Flight K7, one of the last planes to leave Berlin in 45, just before the Russians arrived. Neither he or the plane have been heard of since.
Oh, back to the violin.
There's a link steed, German gun, von Klaus.
Yes, I know. There's a link to where or what?
The autopsy report on my man makes fun reading, too. Fish poisoning. Probably a concentrated extract from the poison sac of the jellyfish.
An extract? Steed.
The monks of Sandorca specialize in fish extracts.
Monks? Did you say monks?
Had I suspected for one moment that the young men of this island had planned such a thing, utterly iniquitous, unforgivable. The only saving grace is that they meant well.
Meant well? I am kidnapped and drugged.
Yes, I agree, but their motive for such an act is beyond reproach. Oh, now, Doctor, please calm down. Take some tea with me.
Tea? Why, probably half the country is looking for me. I want to telephone.
Unfortunately, we have no telephone link with the mainland.
But I have arranged for a boat to be made ready for your return. Meanwhile, I would appreciate the opportunity of explaining.
I insist.
Dr. von Klaus, some weeks ago, one of our most revered brothers fell into a coma. Since then, all efforts to revive him have failed.
But there are other doctors.
Oh, indeed. Some of the monks are skilled in medical matters, nor do we lack equipment. But we do lack your brilliance. Oh, doctor, you must understand. The man in coma is deeply loved, regarded by some as a saint. This is why our headstrong young men took such desperate measures.
But why didn't they just come up and ask me?
Would you have come? You must have many pleas for your assistance. Far more than you could possibly deal with.
A boat is being made ready, you say?
Yes?
Well, while I'm waiting, I might as well take a look at this man.
Mr. Judd! Mr. Judd!
This is Brother Berry.
Dr. von Klaus?
Brother Berry heads our medical team.
You have done well. Freezing techniques need to be nicely judged.
Thank you. Would it be too optimistic to say I will enjoy working with you?
Che se sore? Dunque. We will need hyperthermal equipment, desensitizers.
I anticipated that. They're on their way.
I will enjoy working with you. Where can I scrub up?
A stranger. And it looks like he's planning a long stay.
Oh, just a day or two. One doesn't like to be without a few of life's necessities. Which way is my room?
Oh, they'll attend to your baggage, sir. We're famous for our hospitality, aren't we? Expect you'd like a drink after your long journey.
Oh, search every inch.
Snowshoes.
Well, he's either eccentric or insane. I don't know what to make of him.
And what to make of these? Found on the North Beach. Buried. Hidden.
We'll take a look.
This could have something to do with that man Stannard.
It could have. On the other hand...
Aye, right. We'll take a look around the beach.
Is it worth talking to Hara? He could have seen someone.
What, that feeble-minded old fool? If he had seen anything, he's forgotten by now.
A direct injection into the heart. If he responds, then we will have to restore his body temperature to normal. Gradually, but as quickly as possible. You understand, of course, that this is the most crucial moment. It is here that one fails or opens the avenue to success.
Hello.
Hello, my dear.
You're Mr. Har, aren't you?
Mister. No one's called me Mister in a long time. They laugh at me. I keep forgetting things.
Doesn't everybody?
You forget things too, do you?
Sometimes.
I forgot what we were talking about.
About forgetting things.
Oh, yeah. I don't always forget things. There's some things they'd like me to forget.
What kind of things?
Huh?
Would they like you to forget?
Oh, well, for one, Big Bird.
What big bird?
Bird? What bird?
The bird you were telling me about.
Oh, yes. Yeah, well, it came swinging out the sky, it did. Swinging low like the chariot they're always singing about. Bathing fire it was. Yeah. Visitation.
When was this?
That was what?
The big bird.
Bird? What bird?
The bird that fell from the sky.
Oh, you saw it too, did you?
Yes, but I can't remember when.
Oh, you've forgotten, have you? Oh, it's a bad habit. It was during the war, my dear. Big war between someone and someone. Somewhere. Big bird came out of the sky and they buried it. They buried it.
Do you know where?
Yes. I could take it there this minute.
Really?
If only I could remember where.
Pulse beat is strengthening.
We've done it, Doctor.
We have done it.
Father Tresca. Father Tresca. You cut corners, Doctor. You take immense, brilliant risks. Risks I would never dare to take. You have brought this man back from the dead. I think you were the only doctor in the world who could have done it.
Doctor. Oh, but you are weary, desperately tired. Doctor, your boat is ready, but I insist that you rest a while before you make the trip.
Yeah, I think I had better. The pacemaker must be kept constant.
Do not worry. I will remain with him. Go now, Doctor. Rest.
Good, sir.
I remember rightly, they buried it about here. Or there. Or here. Or...
If you remember rightly.
They didn't have time to bury it deep. I remember that. But they emptied its belly of the big bird. They say it was filled with treasure. The greatest treasure in the world. But they took the treasure away. The greatest treasure in the world.
Of course, Mr. Gambit. All flight records are efficiently recorded. Which flight did you have in mind?
Der Adler, flight K7.
April 1945?
Why, yes.
I don't have to find the file on that one.
You don't?
It's very famous. I know it all by heart. The Adler flight K7 out of Berlin, 22:30 hours, April 29, 1945. Are you from German stock?
What?
You're very attractive. You surely have some German in you somewhere.
Sorry.
Never mind. I like Englishmen too, and I am free for dinner tonight.
Where was it heading? Flight K7?
South America. I'll show you. It's the curve of the jawline, the square set of the shoulders.
South America.
Mr. Gambit, this was the last recorded flight out of Berlin before the surrender. Where else could it have been heading? Your eyes, too, they have a distinctly Bavarian...
I think you're lovely, too. Who was on board the plane?
Probably no one else save the essential crew and the greatest treasure of Germany. That is the rumor.
All the gold and art treasures of Germany.
That is just the rumor, Mr. Gambit. Unconfirmed.
What happened to flight K7?
Well, the last radio message pinpointed it at here, mid-Atlantic and heading west. Presumably, she was shot down, but as you can see, there's nothing here. She lies now at the bottom of the ocean. You're quite sure you have no German blood?
Oh, I have that.
I knew it.
I took 3 bullets while scrambling over the wall last year. Your people gave me a transfusion. Dinner tonight is out of the question.
Oh.
But Saturday, perhaps?
I'll abate your call.
You're wrong, you know, that there's nothing there. There is. A tiny island. St. Dorca.
Difficult question. I, of course, am of unquestioned honesty.
You'd kill off any survivors and pocket the lot. That's what the St. Dorcans have done. And somehow poor old Stannard stumbled onto it. And
I can make the equation. The thing now is to prove it.
I shouldn't let too many people see you doing that. They might think you're talking through your hat.
is that Purdy? What's she doing?
Just hanging about. I'll be in touch, Gambit.
I found an aeroplane, Der Adler, and I know what it's all about now.
Germany's greatest treasure.
Yes. How did you know?
That's Gambit's theory, too.
Theory? There's no other explanation.
Perhaps. Doesn't explain why they snatched von Klaus.
Look, could you give me a hand in here?
You can't do that. Gentleman's bedroom. Very, very dangerous.
But you're no gentleman.
That's where the danger lies. Good night, Purdy.
And another thing.
We must find von Klaus.
Von Klaus. Dr. von Klaus. He is not responding, Doctor. A relapse.
The pacemaker is working? Where has this happened?
He's lapsed back into coma. Surely we can go through the whole process again, can't we? He's still alive. Doctor, I am ready to go through the whole technique again. I am ready, Doctor.
This is not the same man. Dr. von Klaus, how could that possibly be? This is not the same man.
You're exhausted. Perhaps if you rest a little longer, I can maintain watch here.
Show me his face.
Doctor.
Show me his face! My God.
No, Dr. von Klaus.
My God!
We need him unharmed.
No. It is as well that a good doctor should learn just how determined we are. Doctor, you will do as we say.
It is hideous, obscene.
It is the future.
It is the past, and a past to let die.
To let die. It is a pity you saw through our little deception. Had it worked, you might now be on your way home and none the wiser. As it is, you must stay and work to our orders.
He will have to kill me first.
Kill you? My dear doctor, you are utterly indispensable to us. We cannot kill you. But you do have a wife. And 3 very attractive daughters. Oh, yes, in Germany. But then we still have a few friends in Germany. So, the matter is concluded. You see, for absolutely no choice. We have moved the patient back to his own quarters. Quarters more fitting for such a person. You will conduct your first examination there.
Monkey business.
Oh, Mr. Steed. I thought you'd be asleep by this time, sir.
Couldn't sleep. Stroll outside may help, I think.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you, sir.
No?
No, sir. A chill night.
Don't worry about that. I've got a warm nature. You could get into bad habits.
You're lucky.
I am.
We'll bait our hooks to kill or stun. Lucky for you, I fancied using the latter. Because I fancied other things.
Naughty. But I know the feeling.
You do?
Fancying things. Right now, I fancy a steak au poivre. Preferably at the Georges V in Paris.
We found these. Now when? And why?
Oh, yes, well, look, you're probably going to find this rather difficult to believe, but, I can't remember. I can't remember a thing. I must have bumped my head or something. Thanks for putting me up. And, well, thank you for everything. Now I think I really must go.
Brothers of St. Dorca. As you know, tomorrow is the 20th of April. A birthday. And a rebirth. Brothers, on April 20th, 1889, there came amongst us a man who was to change the face of the world. He is still with us. And tomorrow, on the very day of his birth, he will be restored to us. I ask you now to honor him. I ask you to cast aside these trappings we have presented to the world for so many years, to cast them aside and stand proudly as we most truly are. Seek! Heil! Seek! Heil! Seek! Heil!
Britannia?
Steed,
Hoodie? Come on, get me out of here.
get you out? I'm in the cell next door.
I'll have to rethink the whole thing then.
What's going on, Steed?
I wish I knew. Nazis. April 1889. Von Klaus?
You were one of the original group?
There were 42 of us aboard the plane when it crashed here. Men and women. All of us dedicated to the Fuhrer.
The whole island. How did you manage that?
Oh, it was not so difficult. We almost outnumbered the population. All the young men away fighting the war. There were simply women and children, and a few old men to overcome. Those who submitted to our will were allowed to survive.
And the rest were slaughtered?
Or used for experimentation. The end justifies the means.
Oh, yes. That battle cry has been the excuse for a great deal of bloodshed.
This island is ours now, Doctor. Over the years, we have populated and controlled it. It is ours now.
The last bastion of Nazi Germany.
No, the first. From here, we will spread and grow and conquer again. With your professional assistance. Carl here will be watching your every move, Doctor. One false move. And think of your wife. And those 3 pretty daughters.
Some surprises in store in the outlying district where it will become unsettled and stormy. A trough of low pressure advancing across the Atlantic.
They'll probably kill us, won't they?
I do fear they have something rather permanent in mind, yes.
Steed, I want to confess.
The habit was just a disguise.
I don't really think you're like St. Paul's Cathedral.
What?
Gambit used to think you're old-fashioned. But I said, suppose you are, so St. Paul's. And you both survived a very long time.
You are to be executed immediately.
Well, thank goodness you broke it to me gently.
Halt! Halt!
That's one of those old-fashioned tricks. Whatever's going on is going on in there. I abhor violence, and loud gunshots make me blink. Where'd you learn that? The Royal Marine?
Royal Ballet. They threw me out.
What'd you do? Maim the leading man in his pas de deux?
Too tall.
The direct injection into the heart.
We are seconds away.
Please, gentlemen. Dr. Von Klaus, I don't know what you're doing here, but I imagine it's under duress. Would you kindly move out of the line of fire?
No, he will die. A man will die.
Is this true, Doctor?
There is a man in coma here, yeah. He has been in coma since April 1945, the result of an air crash.
Then continue.
You have not yet seen who this man is.
He is dead.
No, comatose, in a state of suspended animation. Every organ of his body is perfectly preserved, kept alive artificially.
Every organ. He looks awfully well. Germany's greatest treasure.
Nazi Germany. You see now why I welcome your intrusion.
You will continue, Herr Doctor. The gun that you hold is taken from one of my men. Ammunition has been a precious commodity here for many years. We have devised other ways of killing. The gun remains merely a method of intimidation. They are seldom loaded, but this one is. You will continue, Herr Doctor. Restore our glorious leader to us, so that he may lead us again, and this time to victory. Continue, Herr Doctor. Complete your work.
This is a Smith & Wesson. Magnum 38. I loaded it myself this morning.
Carl, this is a Schmeisser machine carbine.
If you pull the trigger, it fires the entire clip.
One will surely find a mark. Carl, you must go on. It is important.
Yes.
You promise me.
I promise.
My life means nothing. But his.